Almost there. Hey, we're on.
Hey, hi
Hi.
everybody.
Hi, how we all doing, folks? It's me, Nigel, and Heather, the brains behind this operation, and me, the brawn.
The beauty. You're the beauty, dear.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, you're extra beautiful tonight with that unicorn swirl on.
Fabulous. Okay, so hi everyone. Yeah, it's us again, as per usual. So, yeah, just so you know, our live streams are usually a tiny bit tipsy, and we occasionally use some PG-13 or R-rated language, so it's definitely not for the kiddies. Yeah, so consider this your last warning. Okay, now we've got a couple fun topics while we wait for people to trickle in. First one, it's World Migratory Bird Day. Yes, indeed. So we've been having fun looking at all the little birds that have been coming through our back garden and stopping at the feeder or settling down in the neighborhood. Is there any particular bird in your area that you're looking forward to seeing again, or anything like that? So, feel free to discuss it in the chat over here, or whatever.
And we did go to Wild Birds Unlimited earlier today.
We did go to Wild Birds Unlimited. Yes, indeed, we did.
Yes, I kind of dilly-dallied around, and I looked at all the little I always want more dangly things because they have so many pretty dangly things like wind chimes and spinners and jewels and new bird feeders and stuff. And my goodness, I want all of it because it looks I like going into a Wild Birds Unlimited makes me want to open up a Wild Birds Unlimited shop, and I can't imagine it's that profitable, but dang nabbit, it looks so cool.
It looks so cool, and the people are so knowledgeable and friendly in there.
Yeah, it's just delightful to go in there.
And they got a whole other section on bats too.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
But we did that, and that was only the second time that I've driven my car since surgery. So that was fun. But we didn't go very far. We literally just went to the bird store and Five Guys.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we did. Just quick trip out to the bird store and the burger place and straight back again.
Hey, for me, it was a big deal because
it was. Yeah, because like you said, it's only the second time since your surgery over a month ago.
Yeah.
And, yeah, kind of tired you out though, didn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah, and I'm super sore right now. That's why I keep moving around.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. It's still nice to see everybody, but I might leave before the end of the stream and let you carry on for both of us if I get too sore.
Sure. No worries, my sweet. No worries.
Oh, Faye! Oh no!
Oh no, that's terrible.
Oh, that has to be so sad. There was a similar thing a couple years back up in Ohio, where because that's where my family's from and a lot of Nigel's friends, and apparently there was some kind of mystery ailment that was killing the birds, and so they didn't want to put feeders out, and that would make me so sad to see my regulars come up, the ones that you get familiar with, and then see them looking around like, where's my food? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, we had one of the more interesting migrants we had passed through was we had a rufous hummingbird come to our feeder a couple times.
Yeah, Jamie was saying that she wished she had more hummingbirds.
Oh, well, that's the thing. East of the Rockies, we generally have one species of hummingbird, the ruby throat. But our little tiny patch of the southeast just happens to be on a migratory stopover for the rufous hummingbirds. Almost all the hummingbirds in North America are over west of the Rockies, but we are one tiny island of a patch where the rufous hummingbirds stop over on their migration. We had one visit our feeder a couple times. Haven't seen any ruby throats yet. But
I've seen a couple ruby throats. The one we've seen the most regularly out here has been a ruby.
Oh, has it? I haven't seen that one. I just saw the one rufous a couple times. That was it. Oh, fascinating. Well, you're downstairs looking out the window more often, so that's true. I usually work upstairs.
Protein shake. He's having alcohol, and I'm having a protein shake. Gotta heal, yo.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But another fun topic to discuss while I wait for a few more people to trickle in. Tomorrow is National Chocolate Chip Day, so we are quote unquote celebrating with some lovely pumpkin spice chocolate chip muffin top cookies, which Heather ordered from Kroger, and we sampled a couple yesterday, and they're very nice. But
I had one today. That's why I won't be having any during this live stream. I already had mine. But they're more like muffins, like Nigel said. They're definitely not very dense, but I like that, and they taste like gingerbread.
Soft and cakey and pillowy and gingerbready. So,
what's your favorite either use of chocolate chips or your favorite kind of cookie? Like, do you like them when they're crunchy? Do you like them when they're pillowy? Do you like them when they're stuffed with things? Yes.
That's a good topic. But for me, that's like a question. How far is up?
It's that many.
It's such a hard question to answer because there's so many good answers. But you know what I miss? Well, I really miss Keebler Soft Batch Mint Chocolate Chip. Those were bloody amazing, and they stopped making them.
I can't say that I've had those.
They started when Keebler Soft Batches first came out. They had about 12 different flavors. They had like oatmeal raisin, apple cinnamon raisin. They had chocolate chip, mint chocolate chip, walnut chocolate chip. There's a flavor you don't ever see anymore. They had like 5 or 6 different flavors, and you only see the chocolate chip anymore these days. But
and I want to take a moment to toast Wig Daisy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy right there with you today. We're comrades in that.
that sounds like a good salad too, though.
It does. It sounds awesome. I love butter lettuce. It's my favorite.
But you know what the funny thing is? It's not even National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day is August 4th. So they get 2 days a year. That's not fair.
There must be a really robust chocolate chip lobby somewhere.
It's those well, I won't say because they'll send assassins after me. But we've discussed it before.
Do we have the banners about what we're wearing?
I will put that up 1 second.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm wearing a topper again, but it's a different
I made 3. Here we go. Right. Just so you know, Heather's wearing a prototype of the Lydia lace front topper in the color Earthen Ash. And I'm doing the Danica by CysterWigs Limited in Unicorn Swirl. So,
and they're both heat friendly.
They are both heat friendly.
For the record, all the toppers are heat friendly, specifically.
All right. So let's see what we've got in terms of some comments, shall we? Who have we got in here? We've already got Kathleen Ryan, who says this is very
Hi, Kathleen.
Let's see, we got Jen at Wig Daisy's hair garden there. If you think Earthen Ash is intriguing, well, there you go. What do you think?
It's an 8-14 blend, which is it's not really a blend. It's like an 8 with 14 highlights. They're not quite chunky, but they're definitely more like what I would say like traditional highlight placement, except we didn't put a ton in the front. We wanted it to be a little bit more of a brunette, and we thought I always feel bad taking sole credit for stuff, even when I'm the only one that made the decision. I don't know what it is. I know it probably sounds pompous to continuously use the royal we, but it's like I feel weird just going, I did this. You know what I mean? It just feels icky after a while, even when it's true. But I decided as a brunette that sometimes when there's too much blonde up front, I don't feel like I'm brunette enough anymore. Like I feel like if any of my bio hair pokes through at all, then it's going to look off. Whereas with this thing, if it slides back a little bit, it's so close. I'm not wearing any tape or anything. It's so close to the actual tone of my hair, which is probably more akin to like a 4 naturally with like a lot of salt throughout. So this one's actually really good. But if I show you the bottom, it's definitely darker. Like my actual hair is darker and it's got more white in it and silver. But the thing is it's completely covered. And because it's still relatively cool tone in terms of what the topper is, it goes really well with it and kind of brightens it up slightly without going overboard. How are those cookies treating you, dear?
Beautifully. Let's get some comments.
No.
Well, you were talking So I thought, now would be a good time to grab a bite, and then you stopped talking while my mouth was full.
I think it's all of those years of waiting tables. I've just learned the uncanny skill of knowing when people put food in their mouths.
How's that chasing for?
That's right. Decade of finely honed server training right there.
All righty, let's take some, see who else is in here. Liz. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. I like your new profile picture.
Ah, that's a good one. Barbara. Hola, y'all. Happy to see everyone tonight. Happy to see you dropping by, Barbara. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Dum. Liz says, you guys are too much. Hi, Heather and Nigel. Thank you so much, Liz. Well, we try. John is checking in. Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Deborah loves the hair. Thank you. I'll do a full spin in a bit. But, yeah. And Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for dropping by.
Jamie.
Great stuff. Hi, Nigel. Lovely to see you and Heather. OMG Unicorn Swirl Woohoo. Well, I'm glad you like it. You seem to be a fan of multicolored hair, judging by your little picture over here.
And it looks surprisingly good on you.
Yes.
Like you look good in the cooler colors, I think. Like we're both kind of pink, but you're very pink. I mean, I might look pinker right now, but in real life, he's much pinker than I am.
Yeah. Have you ever watched the movie Winged Flight? If not, you would appreciate about migrating birds and how smart they are. Thank you for that. I'll make a note of that.
I would love to watch that.
Winged Flight.
Yes, I've recently been really appreciating the house finches, particularly after they made the nest again on our wreaths because they remembered it. That was really touching.
That was good. Yeah.
I just love the fact that they always come to the feeders in pairs, and one always plays lookout, and they take turns, and the whole time they're talking to each other. So I kind of imagine that they're having like normal, mundane husband and wife conversations about taking out the trash and stuff like that.
Did you see who moved into the neighborhood? Bluebirds are back this year. Fantastic. Oh, Kim says I saw some brants today. Hummingbirds, I'm assuming.
Oh,
if I'm remembering correctly.
I'll have to look those up. They're so gorgeous. All hummingbirds are like little jewels. They're so pretty.
Oh yes. Aurelia, hi. Aurelia says love bats, ravens, crows, and muscovy ducks. I would have a muscovy duck flock with Sebastopol geese and peacocks. That sounds great and a bit noisy.
We have a red-winged blackbird that I call Nigel's friend. And he always announces when he's coming in for a landing, and he doesn't bully the other birds. We like him. We wish
he's just chill.
Yeah, we wish that he could keep coming by without bringing all the grackles along with him.
Yeah, grackles are a pain in the ass.
Oh, they're such bullies.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sebastopol geese. That reminds me of something my mother asked me once. I was just one day out of nowhere. She's asked me, "Where's Sebastopol?" I said, "It's in the Crimea, isn't it?" She says, "What?" I said, "Sebastopol. It's in the Crimea." No, I asked you where the pasta bowl is. And that's why I decided I should probably start getting my hearing checked more regularly. But anyway, Sarah says hello. Hello, Sarah. That's a striking look you got going there in your profile picture. Like
yes, purple.
Let's see here.
We got Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
Oh, hi, Cheryl. Yeah. Who else we got here?
Back of the topper. I'm not going to be too mobile in this particular one, but and just so you can see, like Daisy asked about that, but sure, I can probably move this thing around. Don't know how visible it will be, but let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, we're making messes. It's all good.
Are you able to hear me though, my sweet? Obviously.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to figure out how to. Oh, the lighting in here is awful. Can you see it, Nigel?
You need to scrunch down a bit if you can, or raise the thing. There you go. Move to your right a bit. There, a little bit left. There. No, the other way. Other way. Stop. Go back. Stop. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you've got it so that the sunlight is streaming in directly behind you like a halo.
Oh no. Okay, well here, I'll try from this side maybe. Oh, this is not gonna work.
It looks good.
Can you see enough of it? I can't.
Yeah, there you go. I see a bit of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Oh, that looks like a nice streaked brunette there. Good stuff.
Okay, good.
Try the other Try the other side.
Oh, this is making me twist a lot.
Okay, sorry. There you go.
And that's very uncomfortable.
There you go, my sweet. That's good.
Okay, I'm done.
You can set it down now.
I was a good sport.
Yep. Well. Okay, good stuff. Who else we got here? All righty. Right, I think we've pretty much got that. Okay. Oh, brants are a type of geese. They are going back to the Arctic that stopped by for a visit. That sounds fascinating. Unfortunately, I wish we got more than just the Canada geese around our neck of the woods because they're a pain in the ass. And to answer your question, Deborah, the topper clips on.
It clips on.
Yeah. So that's where we're That's where we are at the moment. We'll get to more of that in a bit. But let's talk about the drink of the week. Now, the drink of the week was suggested, well, sort of suggested by English Teacher with Sauce. So English Teacher with Sauce made a suggestion for the cocktail that we asked people for a name of a couple weeks ago. And it was an obvious thing that she suggested. And I thought, hey, maybe I could use that idea for a later cocktail that I made up and don't have a name for. So this week's cocktail, thanks to English Teacher with Sauce, is going to be called Drinky McDrinkface. I come up with these things and I don't immediately have a name for them. So, yeah, this is Drinky McDrinkface. And what it's going to be is it's going to be a shot of Svedka Pure Infusions Strawberry Guava Vodka. We're going to start with that. Shot of that. There we go. Then it's going to be a shot of Boodle's Strawberry and Rhubarb Gin.
Nigel, before you add that in, is that vodka sweetened? Because I know that the gin is. Like, taste it. Is it sweet?
Yeah, it tastes sweetened.
Okay, so they're both sweetened. Good to know.
They're both sweetened, I believe. Yeah, because I don't think both fruits would taste like that. But yeah. So here we go. There's the strawberry rhubarb. I'm not drunk yet, folks. Strawberry rhubarb gin. And then we're just going to add a little dash of grenadine syrup for color.
This is going to look pretty. New bottle, eh?
New bottle.
Face says that the Danica looks super duper.
Oh, glad you like it.
I think it's pretty cool. I'm surprised how good that looks on you. Interesting selection.
Yeah, whoops. Pulled my earpiece out so I can't hear if Heather talks to me.
Oh.
Boom, there we go. All right.
I said you look good.
Thank you, my treasure. And top up with water. And then that's it. That is Drinky McDrinkface. Give it a taste, shall we?
How is it?
It tastes fruity and boozy and diluted and refreshing.
I think Faye's got a good idea for the second round.
Float that drink like a sunrise with a bar spoon.
Yes, because then it would be like the boat on the McBoat face. But in this case, it would be, what are you calling it?
Drinky
The
McDrink.
the drinky on top of the Drinkface.
Fair enough.
I'm not even drinking alcohol, and I make less sense than you. I am so brain dead right now.
That's okay. That's okay. You're going through a lot. You're going through a lot. It's understandable.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that was another thing. Is it okay if I bring up the idea that we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, we can do
Okay,
that.
cool.
Let me find the thing here.
All right, he's got his guide prepared. Nigel and I were talking, and I'm gonna try to like simplify my life a little bit until this darn thing is healed, because it is taking an eternity.
Yeah.
I was way over optimistic about how long this was gonna take to heal, and you know, that's fine. But I just want to make sure that you know, I'm concentrating my efforts where they're really necessary. One thing you may not know is, and John here is here, he can attest to this. We've been working in the background to kind of restructure the business a little bit. Not going to go into any details about that, but it's a lot of administrative work. John has been helping with the bulk of it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's been a whole legal restructuring and everything, and there's been a lot going on, because we want to concentrate more on the wig brands that we created. So it's basically the same stuff I've been talking about forever and ever and ever for like, well, at least the last 2.5 years, probably. It's just that this stuff all takes time. You know, we're used to in marketing, stuff happens really, really fast, you know, but in manufacturing and in, you know, securing back-end processes for a business, particularly one that you're trying to like really batten down the hatches on and then grow, like this is not the pace of that at all. It's really agonizingly slow, particularly when you are not a company with really deep pockets, when, you know, there's a lot going on with the economy at large and inflation and stuff. We're fortunate because, as many of you are aware, and I swear I'll get to the point, we already bought most of our inventory for the year. And so we are, and that's why I tried to run pre-sales for refills, because we are not planning on making a lot of additional purchases this year, because we're trying to get stuff off camera in places where you can't see, kind of really nice and streamlined. So, and that takes a lot of work. So anyway, we're all working on that as a team. It's taking a long time, and long story short, I think that if I'm gonna work, I should focus on that a lot more until that process is over, and then resume doing stuff for marketing purposes and stuff like that here. And then I think it'll make more sense when I'm actually talking about what we're doing, because it will have actually happened and gelled, and it won't be a work in progress, which I think sends the message that things are more chaotic than they actually are. It's just sometimes this stuff takes time. And, you know, because I'm coming from a marketing background, I think that a lot of this is on me, because my expectation was that it was going to move a lot faster than we were actually able to make it go. But the point is, it's still going, and we're still chugging along. It's just, I think my stamina isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's been a rough recovery for you, my sweet. And
I don't think my stamina is what it was going to be. So, I mean, I've been, especially with the Asperger's, I've been having a harder time dealing with my frustration levels in particular, because I just, you know, it's not like, it's hard to define, you know, like when a toddler has a temper tantrum, particularly really, really young ones, you know, it's not always like a manipulative thing. It's like their brain short circuit, and the poor little things just don't know what to say, right? And it's like they lack the words. They don't understand their feelings. It's just overwhelming to them. Well, you know, not to infantilize myself, but Aspies in general have that same thing go on. It's like we don't actually grow out of that too much. So it's not like a manipulative thing. It's just when I get overwhelmed, I get overwhelmed. And it's like I literally short circuit. And I don't get aggressive or anything like that. It's just I get depressed. I get depressed and I start crying. And I might start cussing a little or a lot sometimes, depending on the situation. And, you know, I'm trying to be mindful of what it's like to live with me in this situation, you know, and I want to make sure that I'm prioritizing Nigel and that I'm prioritizing my business.
Well, I'm trying to prioritize you to look after you, you know.
But I still want to prioritize our community and how we're hanging out too. Is that your attempt to float it this time?
This is a nice sort of layered drink.
Ooh.
Looks sort of sunsetty.
So is that where the Drinkface lives?
Possibly. See, I don't have a bar spoon at the moment, so that's the best I could do is just sort of down the side of the glass.
Oh,
okay.
Serene just joined us. Hi,
Hi,
Serene.
Serene.
Very cool. Well, I was just saying the idea that Nigel and I had was that instead of doing the weekly live streams, which I think is something that I'm having difficulty personally keeping up with because of the situation with the business and my health simultaneously, it's just a lot for me. And I've had to kind of just make peace with that fact. I can't do it all, and I really want to. I think this is a nice compromise that maybe we could do this as a Patreon only game night that we do like maybe once a month. Nigel and I could really work on that. You know, maybe even like if somebody else wants to host, we could do it via Zoom because it's a smaller group of people. So we could actually like host Zooms, and you know, other people could organize that month's game, and that way Nigel and I could play, or one of us could be scorekeeper or something. I mean, we could coordinate, you know what I mean, and collaborate and make it kind of fun. But I think that it's hard when you're an adult to find things to do recreationally that don't revolve around food, you know, stressful stuff. So my hope is that we can still find ways to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, we've been mulling this over and talking about it for the last well, nearly a month now since Heather had her operation, and yeah, we've got enough going on that we need to cut back somewhere for time more than anything, and we're choosing to cut the live streams for the foreseeable future. That's not going to say we're never going to do it again. We just can't handle all the organizational stuff and the live streams and looking after Heather as well.
I think it's one of those things where if we find out a topic where it's like, whoa, we really need to make a live stream about this because it'd be fun. Then we'll do it.
like sort of as needed live streams. Yeah.
And then just make it more regular on Patreon. I think we've got some really positive feedback in the comments about it. You want to check it out?
Yeah, let's do that then. What do we got here? Let's see. Dum. Right. Oh, going in here. Right. Oops, skipped again. All right. Let's see. Where does it say? Faye Ray says the Danica is super duper. I'm in love. Thank you. I'll do on that in a minute. What is Nigel's circumference? You know, that's a damn fine idea. I've never found out.
I actually think that your circumference is smaller than mine. I think that you've got a smaller cap size than I do. But I do think that you have more hair than I do. Your hair is thicker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I will look into that at some point because it'll be good to know. Jamie says, for a second, I thought you meant to be a good floating drink like river floating and drinking. Yeah, that sounds like a damn fine idea. In fact, we could probably do that up at Helen, Georgia. But, you know, whenever whenever we go up there, the river is really too low for it to be worth, you know, just a nice slow tubing day. It's all you have to be on your toes, pushing yourselves off rocks, trying to prevent yourself from colliding with other people because you're caught on rocks and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
I have to admit that I would much rather be a catty bitch sitting at the Troll Pub under the bridge. Literally, it's a place in Helen called the Troll Pub that is under a bridge.
Yeah.
And I would rather sit there with a slushy drink, like a frozen margarita or something like that, and watch people get stuck on the rocks. That is infinitely entertaining.
Yes.
And there's food.
Oh, yeah.
And it's shaded.
Damn good food. Damn good food.
And in the summer in Georgia, having the shade while you're being shady.
Yeah.
That's delightful.
Oh, I'm telling you, you have to work hard to find bad food in Helen, Georgia. It's very schmaltzy in just like every sense of the term.
Oh, it's beyond twee. It is
Oh
beyond
no,
sweet.
schmaltzy is perfect because not only does it describe that overly twee, saccharine, emotional, heartstring tugging thing, it also means fatty in German, which perfectly describes the food and many of the tourists, including me.
They have really, really good pretzels.
Amazing pretzels.
Pretzels are so good.
And donuts and cakes and German food and beer and everything. Yes, absolutely bloody amazing.
See, the thing I probably got the most out of, honestly, was that coffee place. Oh, we didn't tell people. Right, I'll let you get to do some more comments, but then we got to talk about coffee and my blood pressure, because that, well, I'll just talk about it, because it's not that long, though I will find a way, I promise.
Yeah.
No, the doctor that I was going to told me that if I drank coffee, that it would help with my blood pressure. Remember how my blood pressure being low put me in the hospital? Well, like, coffee. Apparently, I've been drinking coffee this whole time, just like subconsciously or whatever, because it made me feel good. And I thought it was just the caffeine and maybe just a little bit of caffeine buzz. No, it raises my blood pressure. It makes me feel normal. And we've tested this, and it's totally true. When I ended up in the hospital, I mean, yes, I was anemic, so that's certainly the biggest contributing factor, but it made it worse that I had stopped drinking coffee for like 2.5 weeks, and then started drinking it again. And even though I'm still technically anemic, I feel loads better. My blood pressure's been normal ever since. So yay, coffee!
Which is excellent.
It's medicinal coffee. Let's see. Serene. Okay, we have some other comments, and since you are you're very cookied at the moment.
I've got it here. Fairy says, "Oh, Heather, yes, I start out snappy and then I melt down."
Yeah.
I can understand that, yeah.
I just try to isolate, and I think that's a pretty normal thing with a lot of Aspies, because we don't actually want to be in that moment. We don't actually seek out the confrontation. We just want to run away.
Yeah, I get that, yeah. And Jamie says, "You guys are so sweet." And I make my husband watch and say, "Couple goals." Lol. It's funny because Heather and I always hold up Gomez and Morticia Addams as couple goals, because you look at the Addams family and they are just the perfect family. They're caring, they're loving, they're supportive, they're enthusiastic.
Especially Gomez.
Oh, he's really enthusiastic.
I wouldn't necessarily call Morticia enthusiastic. I think he basically covers that base for both of them.
Yes. He basically, Gomez reminds me of a puppy with his enthusiasm. Oh, wow, yeah, let's do it. Hey, explosions? Great, I'm on it. Sword fighting? Great, I'm on it. Yoga? Okay. But Jamie also says, game night? Yes.
Yay.
Serene says, monthly would be better. I agree. I love hanging out with you all, but I just can't make the weekly thing happen.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's fun, but definitely best in a group of friends. Yeah. Maybe quarterly for everyone or something. That sounds like a good idea. Quarterly, something like that.
It is a good idea. That's a good cadence too.
Barbara says, if it's more of a burden than a value to the business, then by all means cut it.
It's not a burden, actually. I think we both really enjoy having this moment to just kind of hang out with everybody, see familiar faces.
We do. It is good fun. We do like the interaction. It is fun, and it is, heartening, really, to see the support and the kindness and the friendship that you folks show us. But it's just a case of we're overloaded at the moment. That's basically all there is to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But hopefully things will be a little bit more stable.
Settle down a bit.
Yeah.
Steadiness.
That's right. If you ever come to visit Serene, we'll take you there. They have very, very good food too.
Okay.
We covered the food very thoroughly, though. I think the whole story was the food, honestly.
They have axe throwing.
I haven't done that.
Neither have I. That's a very Gomez and Morticia sounding thing to do.
We might have to try that once my incision's healed. Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. Faye Ray says, I monthly or fortnightly. Oh my God, wouldn't a HKK float trip be hilarious? I get you, Heather. We used to go tubing with a truck tire tubes in Reno, Northern California, but being the judge would be best. Exactly. Oh, here's a good one. I just found out that coffee is good for your liver, too.
See, the benefits abound.
And what I'm doing is bad for my liver. So on balance, I'll drink some coffee. Sort it out there. Yeah, it's amazing what health benefits you get from various things. Like I read somewhere that red wine is good for clearing cholesterol out of your arteries. White wine is good for your lungs. Beer is good for keeping your urinary system functional. Chocolate has all kind of health benefits. I don't know what health benefits this has, but I'll keep drinking it until I find out, for science.
Antioxidants. The answer is always some kind of antioxidants.
It's a superfood.
It's a
superfood.
superfood.
It's a super. Yeah, pomegranates are a superfood. This is made with pomegranates. It's a superfood. I've made a superfood drink. Yeah.
That's excellent logic, dear. A+ rationalizations.
Get this. Okay, this is called grenadine, right? Pomegranates come. Grenades, hand grenades are so called because the original ones look like pomegranates. The French for which is la grenade. And a pomegranate tree in French is la grenadier. Like a grenadier.
Showing everybody our refrigerator.
Oh, good stuff.
Because I want to get some electrolyte drink.
Electrolyte drinks. Yeah, see, those are healthy.
It would not be the first time I've showed the interior of our refrigerator in a video. Do you know that this has been here? This sign? Hold on, I gotta show this. Hold on. This. Hi there, Wig Lovers. That's from our wedding.
Yeah. Ferry says, oof, yes, my blood pressure has been too low to donate blood. So cool that it makes you feel better. Yeah, there you go. Coffee helps your blood pressure. Oh, yeah, Shelly. Hi, everyone. Long call with a church friend, but here now. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
Serene says they have the best pets, too, the Adamses. They have got some pets.
True. Very true.
Liz likes the monthly Patreon and Zoom thing.
Cool. And yeah, my hope is because it's potentially a smaller group, and plus we get more control on Zoom to be more interactive. I mean, I'm sure most of you have probably been on a Zoom call at this point. But yeah, I think we can actually see you. That would be a huge plus. To actually see you talking would be great. That sort of thing.
We've got a follow-up here, but I could be spontaneous too. Let us know when a live is scheduled, and I will be there. Thank you, Liz.
All right. Thank you, Liz.
You've always been a great supporter. I am in for the troll bridge. Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you, Serene. Yes. Oh, and speaking of which, if you haven't seen it on YouTube, if, like I suspect some of you are, fans of fantasy and science fiction and Terry Pratchett, someone down in, I believe it is Australia or possibly New Zealand. I want to say Australia. It was probably New Zealand. It could be. One of the antipodes filmed Terry Pratchett's short story Troll Bridge. And if you look up Troll Bridge on YouTube, you'll get a huge laugh.
Was that the one we watched the other night?
Yeah, we watched that like
good.
2 or 3 months ago. It's great fun. You
That
get to meet Cohen the Barbarian. Genghis Cohen. Fantastic. I enjoy these and will miss them, but monthly might be better for many. You must take good care of yourselves. Excellent point.
We will definitely be back. We'll keep this going. It's just the cadence will be different.
Yeah. Serene says, count me in. Thank you as always, Serene. Aurelia says, unfortunately need to go. My student is actually on time for a tutoring shift.
Well, that's all right. Bye, Aurelia. Thank you for joining.
Salve. Thank you, Aurelia. Thank you for joining us. Pomegranates are good for your prostate, apparently. Well, I've got one of those, last I checked. Liz says we have 2 pomegranate trees and get a lot of huge pomegranates, but they are a mess to eat. Yes, they are. That's why I like grenadine. You just pour it, and there, it's done. Can you make an alcoholic protein shake? I'm sure you can, Barbara.
I'm sure if Nigel felt inspired, he could find a way. But I stick to them regular style.
Oh, and bye, Serene. Thanks for dropping by.
Bye, Serene.
House tour, says Jamie. No.
Our house is a disaster.
Not right now. It's a bit of a mess. What with one thing and another. Yeah, I mean, our current sleeping arrangements is Heather is in a nice soft recliner. There you go.
That's asparagus.
That is Heather's hug pillow, asparagus, in case she needs to cough. She needs to hold on to a pillow or something. So she's got asparagus, the giant frog with the rose in his mouth. But yeah, he's very good for that. But yeah, she sleeps over there in that armchair. I sleep on the sofa. And my housekeeping has kind of gone to shit the past month because of one thing and another. So
we've been busy. We've already,
yeah.
I mean, he's been busy too because he's covering for all the stuff I typically do but can't get to.
Yeah,
like little things, and just it adds up.
Yeah, it does. So tomorrow is going to not be a day of rest. It's going to be a day of housekeeping largely. And just to catch up with all the stuff that I've missed out on in the last month because, one thing and another. Deborah says, when do you think you'll start Zoom lives? Well, we don't know, Deborah, but we will be sure to let everyone know.
Probably whenever this incision line closes up, in full disclosure. It's taking, I mean, I've got so much inflammation that I still don't have my wedding ring on. Though, happy note, my weight for the last 3 days has been exactly the same weight it was before the surgery, which is a huge improvement. I put on like 12 pounds. 12 from inflammation, from edema specifically, and from those bags of fluid that they gave me in the hospital. It took 2.5 weeks to get all that fluid to go on its merry way. So
when you get that sorted out, then when your big gaping cavernous wound heals up.
Boy, you really know how to sell it. Making it sound sexy.
We need to make sure you're feeling all right. Yeah.
Yes.
Faye Ray says, "Oh, I'd love a Zoom, and normally I'm not a Zoom fan because they exhaust me, but this group hilarious." Excellent. Yeah, thank you.
I think so.
Oh, Cheryl has to go. Pick up the recording later. Happy weekend, and I hope Heather's feels better. Thank you very much indeed, Cheryl. Thank you.
Hi, Cheryl.
Oh, Mary's in. Hi, all, coming in late, out mowing the lawn. This may have been covered, but what wig is Heather wearing?
Ooh,
and the
he's
color.
Got a thingy for that.
Oh, I've got the thingy for that. There you go. Boom. All
it's
right.
a topper. This is the Lydia topper. It's a lot like sorrel, except shorter and a little bit more rounded to make her a nice little, cute little lob. She's got a lace front and a monofilament top, so the part can definitely be moved around.
Yes, indeed.
I've got her clipped in place right now.
Excellent. Shelly says, I love Zoom. I missed this conversation, but I'm all in for Zoom. Thank you. Good.
Yay. So, Shelly, just a brief recap. We were basically polling the room to see if it would be cool to do maybe once a month game nights over for the Patreon group and maybe facilitate it via Zoom. So that way we can actually see your faces when you talk and maybe take turns hosting or something like that. I mean, we would pay to host the Zoom, obviously, but it would be cool to, get to be more interactive. I think
we've got live interactions.
Yeah, we've got a small enough group that I think that, as long as somebody's always at the helm, make sure everybody gets a turn to talk and that sort of thing. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. Let's go back.
Oh, and the topper, this particular color that I'm wearing right now is Earthen Ash. I believe we made it in 5 colors. John could probably tell you those colors. John, if you're in here still, if you could just put the colors that this one was made in here, that would be really, really awesome. And they're all heat friendly. Keep that in mind. The toppers we're making, even though they're the Wigs Forever line, they're heat friendly fibers. So you can change the texture if you want. I thought that was really important because particularly with toppers, you want them to integrate with your hair. They're going to get a lot more stress and wear and tear on them. So you kind of want to have the option to kind of smooth them out with a straightening iron and stuff like that if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And Deborah says, when you do it on Patreon, I will join us. thank you for letting us know. We'll make sure that we announce it to the broader audience and our Patreon tiers. We intentionally set up the lowest tier at like $2, so it's pretty easy to get in.
Yeah.
And we typically offer quite a lot of incentives. We try to make custom content, and that's something that Nigel has in particular been working on. I've actually heard him rehearsing some.
Yeah.
I heard him rehearsing Snow White and reading Snow White the other day.
Yeah, we've like we mentioned it. I think I mentioned it either last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Patreon perk that I'm working on is reading fairy tales, but not the fairy tales you're familiar with. That would be from, say, like Disney and something. These are the original fairy tales, the original unaltered, uncomfortable fairy tales, or even if they're not uncomfortable, even if they're better, than less problematic than the ones you think you know through the movies, they're still wildly different than what you're expecting. So stuff like that, yeah, and
that could be something even more like. I love that idea because then you could like do myths and all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, did you ever get into like Edith Hamilton's mythology or anything like that?
No, I didn't personally, but I did read a lot of myths when I was younger. You know, like anyone did who was raised in the aftermath of Clash of the Titans, 1980, Harry Hamlin sort of thing.
Oh gosh, you could do a series about stories about the Kraken.
We've got some Kraken. I'll go drink it.
But see, there's so much potential with all that. So that's something that we were thinking that, maybe because he's been spending a lot of time the last several weeks on live stream prep. I mean, days at a time for a single live stream because it takes a while to set up all the things.
Well, some of them take longer than others.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some stuff already prepared, and some stuff I need to prepare, the week it's ready. So some weeks take longer than others, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that if he has a little bit more time to prepare, he can actually get to the finish line with that podcast because he's got such a lovely voice, especially when he's got a really good mic on him. He's just got such a caramelly, ooey gooey, luscious baritone voice that I personally want recordings of him reading stuff. If I ever have to go on a plane trip without him or anything like that, I could listen to it, I guess. And I thought that'd be something that we could share because maybe these are stories that you've never heard told like that before.
It's funny because Heather once recorded me reading The Raven for her.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Jamie says 2 C-sections. I feel you couldn't laugh or cough or sneeze. Ow. That must be wow. All right. I can barely imagine how that would be.
I mean, that's a big scar too.
Yeah.
And they're going even deeper than what I had because they're obviously going
all
underneath.
the way through. Yeah.
Oof.
Samaz says I read my daughter Terry Pratchett every night when I was pregnant. Yes.
That's
excellent.
Fantastic parenting. Yes.
That is excellent taste right there. Fay Ray says anesthesia is so bloaty for too long. Yes.
Yes.
True. Let's see here. Barbara says our internet is pitiful. I can't live stream myself, so I'm not sure I can do video meetings. I'll have a look into it. Okay, Barbara.
Well, the good thing about Zoom is that even if you don't have your camera on, you can still participate. And there's a chat too.
Yeah. John says records suggest Katya ordered in Black Magic, Aniston Foil R, Cocoa Swirl R, Illuminati R, Prismatic Ebony R, Smoke Show R.
Awesome.
Okay. And Deborah says, would love it. Your voice is ambrosia.
Right.
Thank you, Deborah. I certainly try my best. Mary H says, love that color. I'm always on the hunt for a brown without auburn mixed in.
There is no red in this color at all. None.
Well, there you go, Mary. Earthen Ash. That sounds like it would be right up your alley. Let's see here. Right. Katya. Well, Katya. Yeah, I think I've got a Katya here. Let me just bend over and have a look. Alas, no, all I've got on site are the Lydias for a moment. But yeah, we're working on getting the Katyas listed as well. So, yeah. So, when is this Danica going online? Good question, Faye.
John, is this one on Hair Kitty Kitty yet, or is it on CysterWigs? Because we could probably add this to CysterWigs if it's not already there.
We've got some Danicas on Hair Kitty Kitty, but we haven't got this color yet.
Is that color on CysterWigs?
I honestly couldn't say.
John, check, because if it's on CysterWigs, put a link in the chat.
Yeah, we've got a few colors of this on the Hair Kitty Kitty, but not this color yet. But we're working on it, and that's one of the reasons we need to take a time off from the whole live stream thing, so we can get more stuff listed and photographed and all that sort of thing. All right.
Deborah says, I use Teams at work. I telecommute, so used to virtual meetings. Yeah, same. I'm in meetings all day long. It seems like most of the day it's like Zoom, Teams, Zoom, Teams. It's like the beginning of the day is all Zoom because it's all like client calls, and then the end of the day it's like internal. So it's all Teams.
Yeah. All righty. So.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, it is available on CysterWigs in that color apparently. So yay.
All right. Good stuff. Well, I think we've done some good stuff. Shall we talk promotions?
Sure, go ahead.
Let's talk some promotions.
I'll let you take over. Boop.
All righty, my treasure. So. There's a CysterWigs clearance. This is ongoing. We're bundling our returns after they've been inspected and made sure they're still good and clean and everything. So they should be perfect for your consumption if you so wish at a nice discount. So there you go. We're doing that over on CysterWigs. We've got.
By the way, hold on, John. Get this listed on Hair Kitty Kitty because Faye thinks that she can refer someone to it. Faye is in our affiliate program, so we'd like her to be able to do that on that store if she would like to. So we'll see if we can get that arranged for you.
All righty, that sounds excellent. All right, our wig of the week starting from yesterday, Friday the 13th. Oh, by the way, I watched Friday the 13th for the first time ever last night at Heather's insistence because I never watched it before. I think I dozed off in a couple sections. But,
well, in all fairness, hold on. In all fairness, it's here. Am I actually on camera? Here we go.
Now you are.
No, in all fairness to Nigel, though, he fell asleep during the middle of the movie when it's they're not even like chasing. It's just a lot of like teenagers in their panties playing striptease and really, really long interstitial shots that don't make any sense that they would cut out of any movie, like people driving down the road and looking out the window and going, oh, there's Camp Crystal Lake.
have you watched MST3K's Pod People? We paid for the van, we're gonna film the van.
So I didn't mean to cut you off, but don't you didn't really miss anything in the parts you fell asleep through.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But the wig of the week starting yesterday and continuing through to the 20th is Felix in Harlow Blonde R. Special offer ends May 19th over at hairkittykitty.com. Use the code FelixHB. That's the wig of the week. Felix in Harlow Blonde ends May 19th. And over on Hair Kitty Kitty, use the promotion code FelixHB. And we're still running the 35% off any wig or topper in the Taurus collection. So if you go to hairkittykitty.com and look at the top, there's a fun menu at the menu at fun option at the menu at the top. Click on that, then click on written in the stars, go to Taurus, see what's applicable. And the code is Taurus35, and that's good until Taurus eclipses or waxes or whatever the hippy dippy term is, May 20th.
And then we'll have a sale for Geminis. Even though I've heard weird people sometimes call it Gemini. Like, it's, to me, that makes me think of Gemini cricket, you know?
Oh, if we ever get hold of Pinocchio, that is a story that is way different from the Disney version.
I mean, the movie is pretty dark.
You think that's dark? Oh, bless you.
See, this
bless
is why
your heart, you poor dear summer child.
See, this is why we need to make sure that you get these recorded. Because who else is going to bring Nigel-style commentary but Nigel?
Oh, Heather. The real Pinocchio? Oh, shit. Shit gets real.
He's seen things.
He's done things.
Pinocchio's a bad, bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
You just said that like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah, he's a bad boy, mother. Oh, yeah.
I love you.
And I adore you, my treasure. I think that about does it. So shameless self-promotion achieved. Hooray. So yeah, we've got our usual websites there, CysterWigs.com, hairkittykitty.com. You're familiar with all that. If you aren't signed up for our newsletter, you can go to CysterWigs.com, sign up for it. Let's see if we got any more new fun comments. Oh, you've got your I've got the
yeah, you've got it up there.
Yes, I have. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Ready to show people patrons?
Wait a second. Wait a second here. There we go. Wait. All right. Where is it? Here we go. There we go.
Ooh.
So this is our Patreon credits, and I'm going to take a drink.
Why is it so small?
I don't know. I can't seem to get it to.
Well, it's just gonna keep rolling through. Let's let it roll.
We'll let it roll.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let that take up the whole screen though, because it's small.
It's very small. Yeah.
Oh my. What app are you using? It looks so. It looks
I'm
like
doing it on Canva.
My
I don't know.
Like I feel like I need readers on top of my glasses to see that. Oh goodness.
And we thank you for your support. Okay, I think that about. Oh, we've got.
Oh yeah, we have
the
more
special
people.
thank yous for the top contributors. Yeah. And
everybody on this list should have gotten contacted about their wig, because that promotion is still going on. So reach out, support at hairkittykitty.com if you didn't hear back, or support at CysterWigs. Either's fine. It's the same group of people answering the emails. So
yes, indeed. So right, I think that about covers everything I wanted to cover today.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Before we go, I'm gonna do one last thing. I'm gonna take this off.
I'm gonna take mine off.
You know, there's like a reveal that can happen pretty quickly here, and that way I can show you what this topper looks like on the inside if you're interested.
Yeah, I'll show you mine here. There's and you see it's a hard front.
Ooh, how do you join Patreon? That is a great question. Let me get this here for you. Patreon. We have a Patreon and it's full of cool people.
It's got the I'm not sure if it can be seen properly. It's very dark.
Here we go. This is the link. Boop, boop, boop. And we won't be strangers. We're just taking a little break for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, sounds like a whole bunch of us had the link all at the exact same time. So thank you for that. All right. But yeah, this is the inside of the Lydia topper. I'm going to take up the whole screen for a second. If you'd be so kind as to turn your camera off just for a moment.
Sure, give me 1 second.
Okay, so she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 6, 7 pressure sensitive clips. She's got a lace front that is pre-trimmed and a monofilament top. There are some tracks and a tiny, tiny little bit of permatease at the crown, but it is very, 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 very light compared to Sorrel. Sorrel's got a little bit more volume than this one does. Sorrel's also got more hair density. It's just a very glam topper, and this one's a lot lighter, so I'm probably going to wear this throughout the summer. The color looks great, though. I mean, even with the shine from all of the lights and the sunshine coming through the window, I mean, the lighting in here is pretty awful. But you can see this isn't a particularly warm color, and it's got ash blonde highlights on top. So, real cute. Really, really cute. Nigel, you want to show yours?
Yeah, I was trying to do that when you were taking yours off.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Just I don't think it's hard. It's such a dark cap. It's hard to get. There you go. That's a little bit better. You see that it's a hard front wig. Bit of the old French lace there. Some warp and weft.
Well, it looks like that one's got combs in it.
This one was one of the prototypes, and yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
They put the combs in.
And just a full disclosure, we did find that some of the Danicas had combs in them based on customer feedback and our own inspections.
Yeah.
I reached out to the factory, and I think that was just a communication on their part. They just were used to putting them in all the wigs because, I mean, we outsource.
Yeah.
And because we were requesting the wigs without them, they basically just did it on autopilot. So they gave us a bit of a refund, which was cool. But at the same time, I would have rather they just delivered them correctly because we weren't going to order replacements because of logistics and, you know, how long the timeline is.
Yeah, it would take like a year to get the replacement.
Oh, totally. Totally. But I mean, that's why some of them have clips, or not clips, but combs in them. So
yeah, there you go.
That's such a pretty wig.
So, well, yeah. It's got light blue and some pink and some lavender with a lovely dark root. Marvelous stuff. Looks like you're wearing cotton candy on your head.
And Deborah was saying, do the clips hurt? They hurt me bad when I wore extensions. It depends. I mean, on me, you can see that I don't have a lot to work with up here. And I don't have a ton on the sides. This one's easier in that regard than Sorrel because it's lighter. The lighter weight the wig or the topper is, the less pressure it's going to be. The other good thing to remember that's a difference between extensions and toppers is that you're distributing the pressure all over the perimeter wherever those clips are. So the more clips you have, the more distributed the pressure is and the more comfortable the topper typically tends to be. So with extensions, it's usually a clip that is up against a very small track of hair, a very small like cluster of hair. And that can put a lot of pressure on the hair shaft and the follicle itself. So yeah, just food for thought. I mean, clips are going to be tricky, particularly if you've got really thin hair, you know, because then you have to like use hairspray or something like that to kind of make your hair kind of clump up so it has something to latch onto. But as long as you prep well beforehand, I mean, I actually deliberately didn't wash my hair last night because it kind of makes it easier to get the clips in place. Just kind of remember that anything that's going to help those clips stay in place without relying on yoinking your hair out is going to make it more comfortable, and it's going to make it a safer strategy for you long term. And if you can't figure out a way to get that to fit comfortably, then wigs are usually the next logical step because you don't have to worry about them. Well, toppers, I agree, Liz,
are much more comfortable than extensions, says Liz.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
And thank you, Faye Ray. She's glorious.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's
one more comment, and then we'll wrap it up. Looks like we could trim a fringe into Lydia. What do you think? Well, if you've trimmed fringes into things before, why not?
Kathleen made a great little tutorial about that in our Moon Kitty group. She did a great job. She makes like little infographics and she makes blog posts about it. And I think there might even be a blog post about this. in one of our stores. So
I believe there is, yeah.
yeah. So I think that one might be on Hair Kitty Kitty. If not, then it's definitely going to be on CysterWigs, obviously. But yeah, she made a really, really good step-by-step instruction on how to get a nice bang. You know, don't strive for perfection, but the straighter and neater you make it, the more skill it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of keep that in mind. You know, kind of go for something where if it looks a little sloppy, that'll be okay.
Mm. All right, last comment then. Hey there. Hi. This is the first comment of yours I think I've seen. My scalp has gotten too sensitive to wear clips anymore. It's nice that this has so many clips. You could alternate clips each day if you need to. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, definitely. And you could absolutely use adhesive with it too if you like. Though I would recommend using tape instead of using like glue or something like that because it's easier to remove.
Yeah.
And it's kind of more controlled so that because you got to be careful because if you do use any kind of adhesive, you'd be putting it right up against the monofilament itself. So again, I think tape's going to be a little bit easier in that regard because you're less likely to actually like undo the knotting when you're trying to get the tape off.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us this evening. We're going to call it a night.
It's been a hoot. Yeah, we got to wrap it up for now, but thank you sincerely from the bottom of our hearts for joining us and spending your time with us and interacting with us and asking questions and all that sort of thing. And yeah, it's been an absolute hoot.
And we'll still be around too. So we'll let you know when some of the stuff on Patreon starts launching. I think Nigel's probably going to get started on that next week. So stay tuned for that. And we'll probably try to get some samples out to the public just in general once some of the stuff is done. We'll probably put that on the public facing Patreon page so people can see it and kind of entice them to want to join more. Just, you know, being transparent. I want to say, Nigel, that this has been a lot of fun just kind of watching you break out of your shell. Because when you first started doing this, it's like deer in headlights a little bit. A little bit. Not quite that bad, but you know what I mean. And you've gotten except for right now, you're freaking me out. Okay. No.
I do that to a lot of people.
But it's a very cool watching you get more relaxed and getting to know the folks who join us every week and seeing you just really take the bull by the horns and lead this whole thing. So I hope that that's something that we can continue to build on. But it's been a pleasure doing this with you, and I hope to do more of it sometime soon.
Yeah, it's a hoot. I look forward to getting back to it once we've gotten into a better rhythm and we've got some more organizational stuff out the way.
And sleep more.
Sleep. I remember sleep.
Sleep is good.
Sleep was fun. We should do it again sometime.
Remember I don't know if you ever went. When I met you, you were like, what, 25 going on 72? But you matured early. But I went through a phase when I was younger where I just did not want to go to sleep at all. And now it's like sleep sounds great.
I mentioned this to Heather earlier. It's like when I was about 19, I was like, I can go for 75 hours without sleep. And then this morning, I felt like, you know what? Sometimes I need a nap after having a poop.
And on that note, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We love you guys.